F-16 Fighting Falcon, United States Air Force's most feared multi-role fighter aircraft. F-16 Fighting Falcon is a single-engine multi-role fighter aircraft originally developed by General Dynamics for the United States Air Force, USAF. Designed as an air superiority day fighter, it evolved into a successful all-weather multi-role aircraft. Over 4,600 aircraft have been built since production was approved in 1976. Although no longer being purchased by the U.S. Air Force, improved versions are being built for export customers. In 1993, General Dynamics sold its aircraft manufacturing business to the Lockheed Corporation, which in turn became part of Lockheed Martin after a 1995 merger with Martin Marietta. The Fighting Falcon's key features include a frameless bubble canopy for good visibility, side-mounted control stick to ease control while maneuvering, an ejection seat reclined 30 degrees from vertical to reduce the effect of G-forces on the pilot, and the first use of a relaxed static stability / fly-by-wire flight control system that helps to make it an agile aircraft. The F-16 has an internal M61 Vulcan cannon and 11 locations for mounting weapons and other mission equipment. The F-16's official name is Fighting Falcon, but Viper is commonly used by its pilots and crews because of a perceived resemblance to a Viper snake, as well as the Colonial Viper starfighter on Battlestar Galactica, which aired at the time the F-16 entered service. In addition to active duty in the U.S. Air Force Reserve Command, and Air National Guard units, the aircraft is also used by the U.S. Air Force Thunderbirds Aerial Demonstration Team and as an adversary/aggressor aircraft by the United States Navy. The F-16 has also been procured to serve in the air forces of 25 other nations, 10 as of 2015. It was the world's most numerous fixed-wing aircraft in military service. 5 companies responded, and in 1972, the Air Staff selected General Dynamics Model 401 and Northrop's P600 for the follow-on prototype development and testing phase. GD and Northrop were awarded contracts worth $37.9 million and $39.8 million to produce the YF-16 and YF-17, respectively, with the first flights of both prototypes planned for early 1974. To overcome resistance in the Air Force hierarchy, the Fighter Mafia and other LWF proponents which once successfully advocated the idea of complementary fighters in a high-cost/low-cost force mix, citation needed, that high/low mix would allow the USAF to be able to afford sufficient fighters for its overall fighter force structure requirements. The mix gained broad acceptance by the time of the prototype's fly-off, defining the relationship of the LWF and the F-15. The F-16 was designed to be relatively inexpensive to build and simpler to maintain than earlier generation fighters. The airframe is built with about 80% aviation-grade aluminum alloys, 8% steel, 3% composites, and 1.5% titanium. The leading-edge flaps, stabilators, and ventral fins make use of bonded aluminum honeycomb structures and graphite epoxy lamination coatings. The number of lubrication points, fuel line connections, and replaceable modules is significantly lower than preceding fighters. 80% of the access panels can be accessed without stands. 43. The air intake was placed so it was rearward of the nose, but forward enough to minimize airflow losses and reduce aerodynamic drag. The F-16 has a crop delta wing incorporating wing fuselage blending and forebody vortex control strakes, a fixed geometry, underslung air intake with splitter plate to the single turbofan jet engine, a conventional triplane empennage arrangement with all moving horizontal stabilator tailplanes. Early F-16s could be armed with up to 6 AIM-9 Sidewinder heat-seeking short-range air-to-air missiles, AAM, by employing rail launchers on each wingtip, as well as radar-guided AIM-7 Sparrow medium-range AAMs in a weapons mix. More recent versions support the AIM-120 AMRAAM, and U.S. aircraft often mount that missile on their wingtips to reduce wing flutter. The F-16 can carry various other AAMs, a wide variety of air-to-ground missiles, rockets or bombs, electronic countermeasures, ECM, navigation, targeting or weapons pods, and fuel tanks on 9 hardpoints, 6 under the wings, 2 on wingtips, and 1 under the fuselage. 2 other locations under the fuselage are available for sensor or radar pods. The F-16 carries a 20mm, 0.787-in M61A1 Vulcan cannon, which is mounted inside the fuselage to the left of the cockpit. The F-16A divided by B was originally equipped with the Westinghouse and /APG-66 fire control radar. Its slotted planar array antenna was designed to be compact to fit into the F-16's relatively small nose. In a PLP mode, the APG-66 uses a low pulse repetition frequency, PRF, for medium and high altitude target detection in a low clutter environment, and in look-down/shoot-down employs a medium PRF for heavy clutter environments. The initial power plant selected for the single-engined F-16 was the Pratt & Whitney F100PW200 afterburning turbofan, a modified version of the F-15's F100PW100, rated at 23,830 lbf, 106.0 knots, thrust. During testing, the engine was found to be prone to compressor stalls and rollbacks, wherein the engine's thrust would spontaneously reduce to idle. Until resolved, the Air Force ordered F-16s to be operated within dead-stick landing distance of its bases.